Welcome to my channel. If you're new to this channel, please do well to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Amidst political tension in Rivers State between Nyesom Wike and the current governor of Rivers State, similarly in Fubara, the chief of staff to the governor, Edison Ehie, has empowered women in the state, especially in Ahoda West. Let's watch this video and see what happened.
Thank you, Lanzalansi. Thank you. Please let me inform you that the section we are now is the section of empowerment. Our dear leader, the chief of staff, want to carry out empowerment to 65 people in Ahoda East local government. I beg you to keep quiet so that you hear your name, please. Come so that I want microphone. Please, Ward 1, we have 5 people each in each of the wards. So if you call your name, please find your way to the podium so that you collect your gift of 200,000 naira cash. On another clap. Ward 1. Thank you. Put your ears on the ground so that you will hear. Ward 1, we have Mrs. Joy. Okay. Mrs. Joy, are you here? Please run to the podium.
Ward 1, Mrs. Joy Okai, Mr. Mimijiri Oganaye, Mr. Osuji Emmanuel, Mrs. Gladys Osuku, Mrs. Doris Grama, Ward 1. Ward 2, Mrs. Charity Igwe, Mrs. Ezina Muche, Mr. Chinedu Eyubala, Mr. Obonna Owando, Mr. Ukela Uma, Ward 3, Mr. Loveday Agile, Miss Beatrice Ikpe, Miss Uchechi Michael, Mrs. Chine Noble Idozo, Mrs. Maureen Osoma, Ward 4, Honorable Ego Nua, Churchill Ugamajim Idozo, His Royal Highness Happy Bodu Muche, Obuka E Ebube, Musa Ohana Elasha, Ward 5, Lovely Moses Daniel, Emmanuel Ebetawana, Ngozi Wilson, Ifai Abel, Peace Felix Almo, Ward 6, Ezekuke G Sunday, Ezezuke G Sunday, Confidence James Ogidi, Obinna Andrew, Pedro Ayiga, Augustine Okalipe, Ward 7, Mrs. Cecilia Saturday, Mr. Andrew Royal, Mr. Ogechi Messiah, Mr. Apia Charles, Mrs. Inkem Rose, Ward 8, Israel Mwabodo, Eleze Alekri, Benford Ogubie, Joseph Matthew, Eric Agwenitani, Okpara Shapilo, Ward 9, Mrs. Ruth Peter, Augustine Odoi, Mrs. Rachel Egba, Mr. Nebot Madubochi, Mr. Lucky Garrix. If you hear your name, please make way to the podium.
Ward 1, Mrs. Joy Okai.
Ladies and gentlemen, this empowerment is for small-scale business. It is a small-scale business empowerment. It is given to 65 persons.
Okay, in another word, this money when they give you, now to go start small business. Small business. They don't give it to go chop. They give you so that you can start up something. We will grow to millions and billions.
All right, Ward 1. You are already here. Listen to your name. Mrs. Joy Okai. Mrs. Joy Okai. Mrs. Mimijeri. Bimijere Oganaye, Mr. Osuji Emmanuel,
Mr. Osuji Emmanuel,
Mrs. Gladys Osuku, Mrs. Doris Kramer. These are the 5 beneficiaries of the small-scale business grant from the office of the Chief of Staff leader of the Beauty River State.
all right,
2 more persons. Mrs. Joy Okai, is she here? Mrs. Mimijeri Oganaye, Mrs. Osuji Emmanuel, Mrs. Gladys Osuku, and Mrs. Doris Krama. People who are in the East Government area, behold the first set of beneficiaries of the super grants given for small scale business from the King of the Youth.
all right, please, Canada focus them so that they can match up for others to come. We have here the first beneficiaries of this small-scale empowerment program. Thank you.
All right, thank you. 1, 2. Mrs. Charity Igwe, please climb up.
Mrs. Charity Igwe, are you here? Please climb up and come and collect your
Mr. Ezina Wuche, please make way for them so that what you can come in front.
Mrs. Ezina Wuche, Mr. Chinedu Eyopana, please come to the podium. Mr. Owana Uwandu, Mr. Okada Oma, please come to the podium. Ward 2.
The small scale business grants goes to the 5 persons of Ward 2.
All right, you help us so that the camera will capture them live. Please take a picture, then move back. Thank you.
You can see on the demo check, it is written the sum of 200,000 naira for each of the beneficiaries of this grant.
This is unbelievable for 65 persons.
Mrs. Charity Igwe,
Small scale business.
Mr. Ezina Wuche, Mr. Chinedu Ayubala.
All right, thank you. Ward 2, you are gone. Ward 2, you can move.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ward 3, come quickly.
Ward 3, Mr. Loveday Agale.
Mr. Loveday Agile, Miss Beatrice Igbe, is she here? Mrs. Uchechi Michael,
Mrs. Beatrice Ube.
Mrs.
She has to go here so that they can have access.
Gine Noble Idosu, and Mrs. Maureen Osama.
For Ward 3, call the names again.
Mr. Loveday Agile, Miss Beatrice Igbe, Miss Uchechi Michael, Mrs. Gine Noble Idosu, and Mrs. Maureen Osama. You know, we have about 30,000 persons here, and so to walk from a point of standing to this podium may be difficult. So bear with us.
All right, take their pictures. All right, camera focus. All right, thank you. Thank you, Ward 3.
Thank you.
Start up a small scale business. Now we need to start business. Thank you. Ward 3, can
Ward
move.
4,
Ward 3, can
please come close. Honorable Ego Nua, Churchill Ukamajim Idozo, His Royal Highness Happy Bodu Muche. Ward 4, Obuka E. Ebuble, and Musa Ohana Elasha. This is phenomenal. This is good. This is commendable. It's a practice for the first time. For the first time in as long as we know politicking. These are the 5 beneficiaries of the simplified movement. Last name is Musa Ohana Elasha. Thank you, Ward 4.
All right, thank you, Ward 4. Ward 5, get ready.
Ward 5. Lovely Moses Daniel. Lovely Moses Daniel. Emmanuel Ekpetewana. Ngozi Wilson. Ifeanyi Abel. And Peace Felix Omo. Ward 5. Ward 5, please sample your demo checks.
Please sample it.
Hold the demo checks up. Hold the demo checks up. Lovely Moses, Emmanuel Ekpetewana, Ngozi Wilson, Ifeanyi Abel, and Peace Felix Omo. Please sample your demo check quickly. Let the cameras capture it.
All right. Thank you.
That's for Ward 5. Thank you, Ward 5. Ward 6.
All right, you can go. You can go.
Ward 6. Ezezuke G. Sunday. Confidence James Ogide. Please make way for them to come up, please. Obina Andrew. Ogushi Ogechi. Pedro Ayiga. Augustine Okalipe. 5 esteemed beneficiaries of the small scale business grants. A whooping 200,000 naira to 65 persons. Unprecedented. Ward 7, please get ready. I mentioned you earlier, so you may know yourselves. Ward 6. Ezezuke G. Sunday. Confidence James Ogide. Obina Andrew. Ogushi Ogechi. Pedro Ayiga. And Augustine Okalipe. Today is Saturday. By Monday, the 13th, these checks can be received by any of the commercial banks. These are for Ward 6. Thank you, capacity for staff, for the opportunity to even be before the microphone.
All right, thank you, Ward 6.
Ward 7, Mrs. Cecilia Saturday. Mr. Andrew Royal. Please make way for Ward 7. Mr. Ogechi Messiah. Are they coming? Are they coming? Mr. Apia Charles and Mrs. Ingame Rose. 5 special members of the ward with 200,000 naira.
Oh, that's make everybody stand up.
All right, let's be very snappy about this.
Please be very fast. Be very fast.
Thank you, Ward 7. That was very quick. Thank you, Ward 7. All right. Congratulations.
All right, thank you, Ward 7. Thank you.
Ward 8. Israel Nwobodo. Eleze Allegri. Benford Ogubie. Joseph Matthew. And my friend Eric Agonitani Okara, aka Shapiro. Shapiro, this money is for small scale business. Not for beer. Ladies and gentlemen, we are grateful to the Chief of Staff. Thank you, Ward 8. Thank you. Ward 9. Get ready.
Ward 8, thank you. Ward 8, thank you. You can move.
Ward 9. Mrs. Ruth Peter. Augustine Odoi. Mrs. Rachel Eba. Mr. Nebot Madubochi. and Mr. Lucky Garrett, Ward 9. Ward 9. This is, I want to let the world know and the national TV that the capacity here is overwhelming. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ward 9. This is Ward 9. Thank you, Ward 9.
Thank you for watching. Please do well to subscribe to the channel, like this video and drop your comments.